Morning, drunkards. It's time for another look back in time. So from where I sit here in 2021, I'm thinking back to when I was at college in London back in 1969, and I remember a friend there that I was staying in digs with bemoaning the fact that he was out of small change and he might have to split a quid, which means break up a pound note to buy something. And that was a really big deal in those days. And so why? Why was it such a big deal? Well, here is my long lost buddy, the late lamented £1 note that, for the record, went out of circulation on the 11th of March 1988. And you might think, what's the big deal about that? Well, let's look at what that humble little £1 note could buy you in those days. I wasn't a boozer in those days. Years of serving in the merchant marine and more years of serving in the broadcast industry had yet to take its toll. But back in the late 60s, 1 pint of beer was going to cost you 2 bob or 2 shillings, which in the modern decimal currency is 20 pence. So let's do a simple little bit of math then, which is normally beyond me nowadays. And we see that back in the late 60s, that £1 note would buy you 5 pints of beer, and you'd probably still have change for a curry on the way home. Now, I haven't lived in the UK since 1997, and I haven't even visited it since, I don't know, 2010, something like that. So I'm a little bit out of touch, but a quick trip over to consult Google, the bullshitter's Bible, tells me that back in 2019, the average price of a pint of beer in the UK was around about £4. In 2021, thanks to COVID, God knows what it's going to be. I really don't know. But if you're comparing buying power, to buy that 5 pints of beer is going to cost you something like £20. So my friend back in those days was bemoaning the equivalent of splitting a £20 note, and that puts it more into perspective, I would say. Anyway, probably of no use to anyone, but I just had to make a video about something. Bye bye.